Hey, what's going on, world? It's your boy Boom back at it again for This Is 50, man. And we got a very special guest, man, a ridiculous guest, if you might want to add that. So we got the one and only Chanel West Coast in the building, man. What's going on, Chanel? You got a new single out, Eazy.
Yep.
That's off your project, American Sweetheart.
Yeah.
So we want first thing I guess we can get into is like, why did you choose Eazy to be a single, let alone how did it come together?
Well, I definitely chose it to be a single because right away I knew it was like a favorite of everybody's because like I have a lot of guy friends and like guys, they don't love to listen to female rap. They're like, okay, we could support it. They might feel a little awkward rolling down the street, bumping it on their own. And I've literally had guy friends be like, bro, I'll roll down the street bumping Eazy. That shit's a hit. So like I knew like when some of my guy homies, were just like really giving it love. I was like, okay, this must be a hit because like I've never had so many guys like really be feeling, and it's all females on it too, So it's not even like there was a male feature or anything like that. And so I just noticed a lot of people were gravitating towards the song, and I love Anaya and Salma. They're my homegirls. I was like, yo, we need to do a video. Like, I want to showcase all of us because I think all three of us, need a little bit more recognition. So that's why I wanted to put it out as a single.
For sure. Well, you definitely get that. You guys definitely had the six foes, and guys was definitely hitting the dance moves. Now, look, when it comes to dance moves, how long did it take you to learn the choreography for this video?
I don't learn as quick as I used to as a kid. Growing up, I was a hip hop dancer since I was like 7, and I was always very small. So I guess you could say I was always in the front and center, just naturally being a small person. So I've always, been a quick learner, and I stopped dancing for I'd say 7 years. When I started really going hard with rapping, I felt like the dancing and rapping felt very like MC Hammer. So I was like, I don't know if I want to dance while I'm rapping, but I've started doing more melodic stuff and singing, and I felt like it's something I've done my whole life and I should showcase it more. So that's why I started getting back into dancing. So let's just say it takes me a little longer to learn dance moves than it did when I was a kid, but not that long, like a couple hours a day, like for 2 days.
For sure. Now you said you started dancing when you were 7, but you started rapping when you were 5. At least that's what you said. Like pick a tent.
So, I was writing poems like since I could write. Like I've been obsessed with poetry since I was a little girl, and I don't know where it stemmed from at such a young age. As I got older, it was like they start teaching you about all the poems and stuff like in elementary. But even before that, like when I was really little, I loved poetry and I was always writing little poems, basically since I could write. And I learned how to write at a pretty young age.
No doubt, definitely. Now, on like I said on White Picket Fence, you pretty much divulged a lot about yourself, and then like I said, you've been rapping since you were 5. So what's it like knowing that you've been rapping since such a young age, and you're still to this day being tested as an MC?
It's hard, but I always say like if I grew up in LA, which I think was a big a lucky thing for my life. I think growing up here, you have a lot more opportunity. And I always say if I didn't grow up here and I lived in some little small town, I'd probably be the girl like, singing at the bar. Like that's just how much I love music, like it's my hobby. It's like what I do. Like when I'm sad, when I'm going through a breakup, like I literally, the first thing I think of is writing and just writing it out. And, even though I haven't had the success I want to have yet with my music, it's like, that's what I do. Like, it's a fucking hobby. So I'm not going to stop, and I'm always going to keep doing it. And I think that that's what people, especially the haters, I don't think they get that. I think they think like I was one of these people who was like, oh, I'm gonna just rap because I'm on TV and try to, like, I was rapping before TV. I was doing music way before TV. So it's my passion. Like, I'm always gonna do it. Like, I make great money from ridiculousness. I don't need to do music. I do it because I love to, So it's hard, but I'm still gonna do it because it's my hobby.
No doubt. And now on top of that, it's motivation for a lot of other young girls that look up to you and see you doing this and want to do the same thing you do. Yeah. So like I said, you've been battle tested pretty much damn near since you started rapping.
Yeah.
But I want to know, how does it feel that you get so much recognition from like the legends, and then it's like the people, like the trolls that like criticize your skills and don't believe like you've been like you're writing your own stuff or you're sitting here making these bangers like you do. But like, what's it like knowing that these legends sit here and support you 100%, and then you got to worry about trolls that sit here and dictate every move?
It's hard. I wish I got more evidence from some of these legends. I wish I filmed all of them. Like I've had Snoop and fucking Wayne and Be Real and like just real OGs in the game. Like tell me like yo like don't stop, keep going, like ignore the hate. And I wish I wish I had evidence of this or something. I'm like like I have a little bit, but yeah, it's that's what makes it a lot easier to ignore the hate is like I've been in the room with people that are so well respected in the game and they give me love. So I'm like, how can I let these fucking trolls online who have nothing better to do than sit and leave hate comments, how can I let these type of people get to me when people who are legends in the game have given me love and shown me love for this? So I think that's a big factor in why I haven't given up is just in this industry, a lot of people have like kind of gave me like a pat on the back and been like, yo, like you're doing good. Like Game is another person. He said the funniest shit ever. I can't fully say what he said because of one of the words he said, but he said, he goes, he's like, yo, I said, I'm stressed. I ain't have my hit yet. I ain't have my first big hit yet. And Game was like, man, why you tripping? He goes, I see some of these guys come on ridiculousness and they look shook to be on that couch. Game was like, they look so nervous to be on ridiculousness. Like, he's like, you're on something that people look up to and respect. And he's like, you can't let not having a hit single get to you because a lot of people just want to get to that damn couch and sit there next to you and be on ridiculousness. And I was like, damn, like he made me like look at it in a different way. It was funny too when he said it. He basically said, I seen rappers come on ridiculousness and they look shook to be there. So he made me feel a lot better about that too. It's like at the end of the day, I still have success in one area of my life, a lot of success. So I don't let the hardships with my music get to me as much because there's a lot of people who wish that they could be on ridiculousness.
Sure, but I know a lot of young girls that look up to you want to know, like, why do you let the trolls get to you? What is it about them that gets to you? So they can figure out the same thing that they deal with and learn how to, understand it and get over it.
Every now and then they do get to me and I have to snap back here and there. Especially if they're extra, extra rude. Those are the people you gotta occasionally snap back on, and I'm really good at snapping on them to say something that just shuts them up. I've literally snapped on a hater before and they became a fan and made a fan page for me after. I'm dead serious because I snapped on them the right way, like in a nice way, but like snapped on them so good that they were like, damn, like they like fucked with me more after that. So, and then they became a fan. I think for any girls that have trolls, the best advice I can give them is just know that you're doing something right. Nobody is leaving hate comments just because you suck or because you're whack or because you're not cute. It's because you have something that they wish they had, and it's really like you just gotta almost feel almost sad for the people leaving hate and pray for them because they're just not happy people.
For sure, for sure. Now, along with the trolls, man, like I said, you get a lot of respect from the legends, but you also get a lot of respect from the female hip hop scene as well. Like you have a song on your album with Drizzy, who is highly respected as a lyricist. So what's it like? Did you have to reach out to her and earn her respect, or was it just mutual love between both of you guys to make this song come together, or how did that come out?
Yeah, I had to reach out. It was a connection through my makeup artist. My makeup artist Star had worked with Dreezy, and she was like, "Yo, like," because I was like, "I want to get another female on this song that I had, my song Bonkers." And I'm like, "I don't know who." Like, I was like, "I need more girls on my album," and my girl Star was like, "Yo, let me hook you up with Dreezy. I feel like she'll be down." And she was like so cool and like loved the song and was like, "Yeah, like I'm gonna get on this." And she just blessed the song for me, so I really fuck with her for that.
For sure, for sure. Now, who are some other female artists that you really wish you could have worked with on this album?
I love Cardi B, honestly. I love Cardi. Like I feel like if we were you know, I feel like if we were friends, we'd be best friends. Like my dad's from New York, so like even though I'm Chanel West Coast, like I grew up like hanging out with like the little. I was like a little bad kid running the streets. Like my dad was a DJ, so my dad would like sleep in really late, and
Yeah.
like while my dad was sleeping in, I'd be like, I'm out, and I would like just go out and run the streets and like make friends with random people in the city, and I don't know. I feel like me and Cardi, if we linked up, I feel like we would get along, and like we're both goofy. Like I don't know. I feel like we'd be besties. So I would really love to work with her. And then who's another female MC? I love Cash Doll. I love Cash Doll. I feel like she's got a dope ass unique tone of voice. And I'm like a big fan of like when somebody has a unique tone of voice. Like I feel like a lot of people sound alike and you can have dope lyrics or whatever, but when your voice really sets you apart from other people, like I tend to gravitate towards those type of artists, like as far as listening to those type of artists. So
Sure. Now, not too long ago, we had Justina Valentine on on our show, on our platform, the interview, and she spoke very highly of you. And we asked her, as far as the fans wanted to know, why haven't we got a Chanel West Coast and Justina Valentine single or a project, and if that would be of interest to you? Because she said she was all with it, and
yeah,
she's
I sent her a song to get on, and
yeah,
she did, and I was trying to get it on my album, and we were both really busy, and then I think she like forgot about it because I dropped my album, and she's like, oh fuck, like I didn't forget about you, I just kind of was busy, da, da, da. So I sent her this one song. I actually still have the open verse on it, so I'll probably hit her after this and be like, hey, my boy brought you up during the interview. What's up? You down to still get on it? I would love to do a project with Justina. I highly respect her. Like I feel like it's funny too. Justina's also, she's from Jersey. My dad lives in Jersey now. Like I said, I've got a lot of East Coast in me too, even though I'm West Coast. And I feel like me and Justina both are very real type of chicks. Like we're not about that. Like we're not about that fake shit. Like we're very, we're both the same in that sense where we're just real like homegirl type. So I really fuck with her. I think that would be dope to do a project, especially because we're both on MTV, and low key, I feel like MTV be kind of not showing that either of us the amount of love they should with our music, considering it's called music television.
she be doing her thing on Wild 'N Out. She be roasting the guys, and she makes sure her bars are on point. Now, will we ever
On
see?
the show though, but MTV, I feel like personally they should be pushing both of us our music a little bit more. We've both been on the network on TV shows for a decent amount of time, and I think that yeah, I don't think we've gotten our fair share of shine from MTV. Let's just put it like that.
Could we see you get on Wild 'N Out and do a freestyle battle with
I
just?
was on Wild 'N Out a long time ago, actually. I was on like right when they started back up again, like when the show first came back. I was on an episode. I think the day I filmed, I think like French and Pusha T were there. Um, yeah, I wish I could go back and redo it because I was hella hungover when I filmed my episode, and I had slept like 2 hours. I literally took a red eye to New York, hungover, and then like went straight to set. It was just not the best day because Wild 'N Out, they be throwing shit at you real fast. It's like boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh dang, like there's not like this is crazy. So I would love to go back and do a redo. I think I should go back after I have got a little bit more rest.
Yeah, now, definitely you and Justine doing a wild style battle would definitely break the internet, I would say, as far as hip hop goes. Like,
Yeah, it probably would. So they need to bring me back just for that.
for sure, for sure. Now, you guys are pretty much a part of a collective of new up and coming female white female artists that are really doing their thing right now, especially with the females doing their thing a lot more than the men right now. They're just kicking ass and everything like that. What's it like seeing like people like yourself that are just out here shining right now? You got Justina, you got Tay Money, you got so many other people that are really dominating music right now.
I love it. Honestly, I think it's first of all for women. I mean, it's Women's History Month, so shout out to the women. I think it's just great to see so many more women doing their thing. Like, you know, even when I was growing up, though, like I think the women had a strong run around that time. Like growing, for me, it was like Missy, Eve,
We can't
the
Wednesday,
Brat,
Wednesday,
Lauren Hill. Wait, what?
Gwen Stefani, like she was rapping a lot, so people
Gwen
can't.
Stefani, you know what's so funny? I literally was rapping on my MySpace music page before she dropped Holla Back Girl. And I remember when she dropped Holla Back Girl, I was like, fuck, Gwen's stealing my shit. I was like, God damn it, she beat me to it. Like that's how long I've been rapping and, you know, pursuing all of this. So, but I love it though. Like I would love to do a song with Tay Money too. I feel like we'd also be besties. It's funny because my two biggest fan bases, I don't know why I made my name Chanel West Coast. My biggest fan bases are in Texas and New York. I personally think it's because Texas and New York are both places where some real ass people. LA, I love you. It's my home. It's a little faker here. And I think I'm too real for this city. I think I'm too blunt. I think I talk too much. And that's some New York down south shit. So that's why I think that those people tend to gravitate towards me more as fans than my own fucking city because I'm not with this fake LA stuff at all.
Now you said, like you said, you've been very blunt and very outspoken. That's just your personality, but it's also landed you on a lot of video clips that have went viral. So do you ever sit there and see that stuff and be like, yeah, I know I'm just being me, but at the same time, I should be more aware of my surroundings or more in control of
Yeah.
outbursts?
Yeah, well, I mean, a little bit. So I definitely don't think I need to be more in control. I've never done anything out of control. I think any of my little rants you might have seen on TMZ, I think were, let's just say, I don't know if you've seen the documentary, the Free Britney shit yet.
Yeah.
It was really on some like, let's tear this bitch down type shit. And, you know, I think that they've tried their best, but I'm a smart person. I'm a strong person. I've been through a lot. It's going to take a lot to tear me down. And I think that they realized they can't. So that's why they kind of stopped doing it. But with those couple rants I had that people don't know the backstory to, you know, like one time I was outside of the club, I went off on the security guy. People don't know that a fucking guy outside of the club literally said to me, yo, Chanel, I got you. You good, but only bring your cute friends.
Yeah.
What do I go back to my friends and say? I'm sorry, they told me only bring the cute friends. I'm not gonna do that. I'm a good friend. I'm gonna be like, fuck you. All my friends are cute, and that's kind of what happened. Is I was trying to be a good friend. I kind of went into like a defense mode and ended up snapping on security. And so you don't see in the TMZ clip Chanel is a good ass friend, having her friends back, defending her friends because some guy tried to say only bring the cute ones, which was some sexist ass shit too. You don't see that. You just see me looking like a crazy person. So I think that people also with other people who've been in those situations, you should never judge people by I don't know how long the clip was, 30 seconds, a minute. I'm 32 years old. That's a minute of my life, you know?
Yeah.
So if people are judging me off of 1 minute of my life, that's on them, you know? But I definitely don't think I should hold back because I think I spoke up for what was right in the moment. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Now, as far as the name Chanel West Coast, like you said, I always wonder if you when you originally came up with using that as your rap name, did you ever worry about having to prove that, being that you from a West Coast? It's like, all right, Chanel West Coast, all right, cool. So drop some shit that is West Coast, or drop some shit that is the epitome of a West Coast. Like, let us know. You got to have the bars. You got to be the best at this. Did you know that going in when you named it, when you came with this name, you were like the hurdles that it would come with, like what you would have to prepare for?
No, the name actually it like happened by accident. Like I was literally trying to make my MySpace music page and I knew I would cuz Chanel's my middle name, so like I knew I wanted to go by my middle name for my music and I was just like I can't just be Chanel. That's a big ass brand. I'm going to be in huge competition with the brand. And so I kept trying to think of like different little names to put with Chanel to make my URL for MySpace. It was literally just all about the URL. I was like, I need a catchy URL that's easy for people to just like, because you know, back then you'd be like, hey, hit up my MySpace. My URL is da 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 or whatever before Instagram and all that. And I was just like, I tried every Chanel, everything. It was like every number combo was, I was like, okay, I mean, like, I'm a West Coast artist. Like, I'm going to just put Chanel West Coast. I made it just as a URL. And then like when I got on Rob's show, like Rob and like a couple of my homies, they started joking around calling me. They'd be like, hey, West Coast. I'm like, that's not my name. That's just like my URL. And so people literally started calling me West Coast like it was my last name. And so I just kind of rolled with it. Like, and then it stuck.
It was like, no, we're gonna stick with that. We got it.
Yeah. My dad hates it. He literally, like, every time I see him, he's like, I still can't believe you put West Coast in your name. Like, because my dad's like true East Coast New Yorker, so he hates it.
No doubt. Well, I mean, it's got you a lot of acclaim. It's got you in a lot of doors, so you
Yeah.
knock the name for what it is. So
Yeah.
he'll understand. He'll understand when you bring home that first plaque, that first.
Yep. Exactly.
Now, you were originally featured on the Young Money Rise of Empire project. Now, being that news came out that Lil Wayne is dropping another Young Money collaboration project, can we expect a Chanel West Coast to land on the project? Is there any hope of this?
There's definitely hope. I definitely have hope always. I need to hit up Wayne and talk to him. To be honest, yeah, I feel like there was a lot of like, which I haven't talked about it too much, but I feel there's been a lot of weird like people in the mix trying to pull me apart from Wayne for years, like really going out of the way to do so. So yeah, I think I might literally text him or email him, however I can reach him right after this, because I think it's time to like 100% get clear on things, because there's been some people who have tried to like meddle with my life and like hate on me and Wayne's relationship, and it's a lot of drama behind the scenes, I guess you could say. But Wayne's the homie. I got so much love for him. The fact that he ever like gave me a co-sign or stamp of approval, I will like forever be great. My dog's name is Wheezy. I mean, I named my dog before I was even affiliated with Wayne. If that doesn't say how much of a fan I am, like, I'm a Wayne fan for life, no matter what. But I definitely got lots of hope in my heart that maybe he'll let me get a verse on there.
Sure, for sure. Now, you talked about on the album being dropped from Young Money. And then I want to ask you, what is your
I
current?
was never dropped though. I think I got confusing with those lyrics. I basically was talking from like an outside perspective of what people think, so like in that verse, it's me talking as like people talking shit about me type thing. So I think from an outside perspective, people think I got dropped, and there was never
Well, you asked to be released, right? That was correct.
there was never a deal to be dropped from. I waited for a deal for a very long time, and it's a lot of complicated things. Like, I literally am gonna write a fucking book and like talk about all of it. And I swear the book's gonna be a #1 bestseller, because once people read it, they're gonna be like, damn, this girl has been through a lot of shit. So in the book, people will hear the whole fucking story. But yeah, it was crazy. I basically, I got the offer from Young Money, and then I waited for a very long time, had lots of legal holdups. This lawyer's doing the lawyer this forever, just holding shit up, and I basically ended up just moving on my own independently because I couldn't wait any longer. I can't. I'm not the type to sit still. Like, I don't come from money. I support my mother. Like, I gotta keep it pushing and elevating. Like, that's what my life is. So it was never about me not wanting to stay loyal to Young Money. I would want to be Young Money more than anything in my heart and soul, but I had to keep it pushing. And I believe at that time, the reason why it was taking so long for my deal was there was complications with Wayne and Birdman at that time, and that was holding up the deal. And like I said, I don't even think Wayne is fully aware of all these different things. I think it was some people around him that were trying to like keep us apart type thing. So, just behind the scenes drama.
Sure. Now, like you said you could write a book. Now, would we ever see a Chanel West Coast documentary? Would there ever be something that you would put in the works?
Yep, I'm already working on the documentary. I have so much footage. Like, literally, there's footage of me waking up with like my crusty eye boogers. Like, that's how much people are gonna see my life. Literally, like, they're like, oh damn, she looks like that in the morning. I'm probably never gonna find a husband after the documentary. No, I'm just kidding. um, no, but for real, it's like very in depth. Like, I just want people to really see what my life is like just the hustle. It was a little bit, we started filming a lot more during the pandemic, so it sucks because things were so different. I wasn't doing as many gigs and shows, but I have so much footage over the past 10 years of all my shows and all the dope people I've opened for and all the touring I've done. And in the documentary, there's going to be like footage of me from when I was a kid and showing how I've always kind of been this little rapper, dancer, singer person since I can remember. And it's going to be very, like, I think that the documentary is going to be a very I think it's going to be a very relatable thing for a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to watch it and be like, oh, damn, I didn't know, like, I was so much like Chanel. You know, I'm a very, like, I've lived a life like a lot of people. And I think from an outside perspective, maybe because people see me laughing and smiling a lot, they probably think I live this, like, perfect life. But, like, the documentary is going to show you, like, it's been a lot of like pain and struggle behind the laughing and the smiling, you know?
For sure, for sure. Now, I want to say a lot of your fans on social media, I wouldn't say demand a lot more sex appeal from you, being that you post on there, you yourself, you are liberating everything. You enjoy being sexy when you want to.
Yeah.
You enjoy spitting bars when you want to. But I know a lot of people look at that and be like, okay, well, yeah, give us some more of you like twerking, or give us some more of you with like lingerie or something like that. Like, does it ever does social media ever affect you as far as like when it comes to posting? Do you ever be like, man, like I'm tired of posting these demanded pictures, or I just want to post like regular stuff, but every time I post regular stuff, people will be like, oh well, give us the other photos that you have. We like the last post that you did before that. So does it ever become like demanding for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like I'm convinced that Instagram has some sort of sensor where if it's lots of skin, like skin color showing, I think it automatically everybody sees it. I feel like they love to show off nudity. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but I've never, like, I come from a good, like, you know, my parents go to church. Like I come from a good background, and I'm like, I love to be sexy and, you know, show. I think that every woman should be comfortable with their body and showing who they truly are. I don't think that we should have to hide being in bikinis and lingerie. I think that stuff is okay to show. I think everything is like uh in doses. You know what I'm saying? Like there's balance. It's about balance in life. I don't think the whole timeline should be your ass. I don't think the whole timeline should be nudity. I think if you're gonna show a bikini pic on the beach here and there, or a sexy picture shouting out the lingerie company here and there, that's cool. That's fine. We should all embrace our sexuality and femininity. But I think that it's all about having balance. Like there's kids out there, and for me, maybe that's also what's held me back with my music. I'm a rapper. I'm an adult. I'm a grown ass woman, but I know that there's kids watching, and I'm always like, damn, I don't want to do anything too crazy. I'm not trying to be the person that influenced the child to do that. You know, like I already feel guilty smoking blunts in my videos. Like, damn, now I'm influencing kids to go be weed smokers. If I could go back in time, I would probably not have developed that habit. So you know, I think a lot about the kids. I don't know. I think maybe it's like a problem. My friend made a joke. She was like, girl, you need to open a daycare. You be thinking about the kids too much. Like, she was like, you need to just live your life and be you. Like, look at Cardi B. I'm like, yeah, you know, but uh, I don't know. Some things I just feel like are meant to stay in the bedroom. And so I try to keep it sexy, but never like to where it's like raunchy. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep the balance.
Sure. Now you mentioned Cardi B. As far as I wanted to ask you, a lot of people I'm sure have asked you why haven't you created an OnlyFans page, and I only ask because a Cardi B creates an OnlyFans page and does $4 million and doesn't have to pay anybody. Or other females are creating content for OnlyFans pages and reaping the benefits of that. But I wanted to ask you, why have you never thought of, or why did you decide not to create an OnlyFans page?
Uh, I hate talking about this because it's like I don't have any. I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody who's made an OnlyFans. You know, I respect everybody on their grind and doing whatever they got to do to make money, whatever they feel is, you know. Um, I feel like I've been really blessed with ridiculousness, and especially during this pandemic, I realized I was like, damn, like I have friends who, you know, lost their jobs. My mom has moved in with me during the pandemic. If it wasn't for ridiculousness, like I don't know where I'd be. And I feel like God already blessed me with such a great thing with that. Like I would be like almost like greedy to make an OnlyFans. Like I don't know. I'm a very spiritual, like religious person. I feel like God's always like judging us type thing, you know. And I just feel like I don't know. Like I already got a really good thing with ridiculousness, and I make great money, laughing and smiling and spreading joy. So I don't think I need to go and use like my body per se. I know OnlyFans, you know, you can do other type of content. Maybe eventually, if I make one, I'll only be doing shit like that, like, you know, like some extra behind the scenes type stuff. But I just feel like it's weird to like make money off of like my body type thing. I don't know. That's just like my morals, I guess. Like that's just me. But I have no disrespect for anybody who does it. Like I'm like, dude, I know a couple girls that are like, you know, they're paying their bills off of it, and I'm like, damn, lucky you. Like that's good, you know. But I don't know. I feel like
Well, that's the only reason I asked from a lucrative standpoint. It's like, because we asked Justina the same thing. She was like, look, I got sponsors that pay me enough to where I don't have to do an OnlyFans. But it was oddly enough, she made a song called OnlyFans.
she probably did that just so she could be like, look, I'm gonna still use the name and get some attention off it. And I didn't even have to use my body because I know Justina thinks like me, so maybe that's why she did that. Um, but yeah, I feel like it's just, you know, it's a great thing because we're in times where a lot of people don't have work and there's a lot of beautiful women out there, and I feel like why not? You know, if you can post some sexy pictures and these guys are gonna pay for it and you're gonna be able to pay your bills, why not? You know, I just like I said, I think I'm in a situation where I'm already so blessed. I damn near feel like I'd be a greedy ass if I made OnlyFans now too. I'm like, damn, I'm already on TV 24/7, and now I got to be on OnlyFans. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'd rather get successful with my music and make money off that, and like things like that I really am passionate about. I think it feels better to make money off of that. Like when you really love something and you make money off it, it feels so much better. You know.
No doubt, definitely. Now, as far as the music goes, man, we had a whole year of no shows, which is bananas. It's unheard of in our current time.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like you said, the bars and everything is and music is very important to you. Now, throughout that whole pandemic, did you hone in on becoming a better MC?
I think I did. I actually learned how to record myself finally, but I was like, even though I know how, I'm like, I'm still gonna get an engineer because it's a lot of work. Like, you know, I could record myself if I'm like recording like it's in the 50s and I do the song from start to finish, like all the way through. I'm like, yeah, I got it. But like chopping shit, I'm like, oh my God, this is too complicated. I definitely got better at melodic melodic stuff because I'm trying to sing more. I could sing, like I could sing. I've just never known where to like, you know, like growing up, my mom would be like, she'd be like, sing the Star Spangled Banner. I'm like, Mom, sing the Star Spangled Banner. She's like, it shows off your vocal range. like I could sing songs that real singers sing. I just never knew where to begin to write a song like that. That's how I got into writing raps. I was like, okay, I could write poems. That's kind of like a rap, a poem on a beat. Like that's nothing, you know? But I would love to, I'm really getting better at writing melodic stuff and like the colorblind song, I literally freestyled that hook. And I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my God, like I freestyled a singing hook. Like, and so I'm getting better at doing the singing stuff. I think I've gotten way better at my singing stuff during the pandemic. And also I think it's ironic. I think it has something to do with I've still partied a little bit. You know, we've had to let loose here and there, but I was drinking a lot less. You know, the beginning of the pandemic, I didn't drink for 3 months. And I don't know what it is about alcohol, but during those 3 months of not drinking, my brain, my mind, I felt so clear and like I was singing more in key, like everything. I was like, okay, clearly alcohol messes you up somehow. Like, so I think that that's also helped me hone in my craft a lot too, is like less partying. I got a studio in my house now. So, you know, I've been working a lot more just off of now having a studio downstairs.
Sure. Now you mentioned you're singing more. You did a lot of melodies and ballads on this project. But I want to ask you. I know a lot of fans will be like, would you ever consider doing a full singing album and a full rap album, like just separate?
That's hard. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it, but it's like, for me, I feel like, you know, songs are so good when it has a mix of both. So like, I feel like even like there was a song that I just did recently, it's all singing. And I told I was like, I need to add a rap. And my producer's like, no, Chanel, you don't need to add a rap. It's fine. And I was like, no, I was like, it just doesn't feel like me. It's all singing. And he's like, it's fine. Like, leave it how it is. And I'm kind of doing, I've just like, in the past couple of weeks, I just recorded 3 fully singing songs. So I'm kind of already leaning more in a full singing direction, but staying true to who I am. I'm always going to throw in rapping here and there, no matter what. People are going to always try to stop me because it's happened like numerous times. People just like, just sing, just sing. I'm like, I want to do songs that are authentically me, you know, like Eazy. I wrote the verse for Eazy during the pandemic, high, chilling, like, you know, like I love to just be myself and just freely do stuff like that. And I can't have somebody telling me not to rap. No matter what, there's always going to be a little bit of rap in my music.
Well, I mean, that's dope. I mean, we just need, you know, I'm sure people ask for, you know, separate, you know, how like some people would be like, oh, I like Drake rapping, and then other people like, I can't stand his raps, but I love all his ballads. So it's, you know, they get the same thing with the Chanel West Coast. They be like, hey, look, I like I like her songs, her singing, and she doesn't do much of it on an album. She'll do like one or two songs, and then the rest will be full rap. But like, you know, people ask for, you know, giving people what they want, I would say.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to learn what I have such a diverse fan base. That's also been a problem. I'm like, what do y'all want from me? It's like I can't figure out what they like best. You know, I try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that, and it's like it's weird. I do feel though that Eazy is a song and video that has really got a lot of people gravitating towards it. I think it was smart putting all my skater homies in the video because I've always had the skateboard fan base because of Rob, so I know they loved it. So even like a lot of the guy, because I get a lot of guy haters. Female rappers get a lot of guy haters, which is crazy. I think it's just guys that don't have the balls to go try and rap themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so I have a lot of those type, and I feel like I noticed a lot less hate on this video, and I was like, oh, y'all must all be the skateboard fans because they didn't have as much shit to talk this time, you know? So I felt like it was a good blend of having 3 female rappers, but we still incorporated the skateboarding for the guys. And, you know, I wanted to make it a feel for everybody. And I think that so far, out of all my songs I've dropped, I'm really noticing, like, I think Eazy's like, I think it's low key like a hit.
Sure. Now on the album, you touch on a lot of subjects in your personal life, but I want to ask you: was there anything on the project that you had that you wanted to withhold until like maybe a later album that you wanted to fully map out or fully run through or fully mentally for yourself to evaluate before you put it out to the world?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot I still haven't talked about, like just like personal stuff in my life and personal stuff from my mom and me growing up. And my ex-boyfriend was shot and killed, and him and his best friend were shot and killed when I was younger. And I still have not fully, like, I get emotional talking about it. Sorry, I still haven't been able to really fully put it into um, a song that I could rap my way through without crying. So
Okay, it brings emotion to the record.
yeah, so that's probably going to be on my next album. I'm definitely going to get more in depth talking about like more serious stuff. I think I've done a great job showing like the party side of me and like the fun side. And I do think that that's also what people, like I said, need to know more of. They need to know more about like the pain and struggle like behind like my smile. So definitely on this next album, I want to get more into it. It's just hard. I'm one of those people that really naturally like I box up the bad shit. You feel me? Like I always just like when I'm sad, I'm like, let's put on some stand-up comedy. Like that's why it's ironic. I ended up on Rob's shows and I'm like, damn, this maybe was God saving me because to be in a to go to a job where I get to like kind of forget about everything, it's like it's a blessing.
No doubt, no doubt.
For real.
Have you ever thought about being a part of a female supergroup or a posse cut?
I have. You know, it's funny when I post pictures with my dancers, and I love my dancers. They're like, I'm really about, I use the same dancers all the time. And so we post like our little group pictures together, and everybody's like, yo, y'all look like Spice Girls. You guys should be a group. Da, da, da. And I thought about it a lot, just, you know, posting with my dancers all the time, and we always look so cute together. So I've thought about it. I think I might reach out to a couple of, you know, I thought it'd be cool, like maybe like me, Justina, Mariah Lynn, a couple of my female rapper homegirls like Salma and Naya. I thought it'd be really cool if maybe we did like a not per se a group, but like a joint album, you know, almost like a full length album that's like almost like a like ladies' night, but an album, you know.
For sure. That would definitely be something that would definitely change the
Sorry
game.
if you hear my dogs going crazy. I don't. Somebody must be at the door or something.
It's all right. It's all right. Oh well, last thing I want to touch on as far as the album. It was a great album. I want to let you know
Thank
that.
you.
Sure. Thank you for just being yourself and just letting it all go on the page or in the booth, I would say.
Yeah.
Definitely thank you for that. But I want to ask you, what's the current situation on the next project that you got coming?
Well, like I said, I've been recording a bunch of singing stuff, so I got a few singing songs already under wraps that I think are they're fire. Like I'm like they're so fire. I'm like, dang. I'm like I should have squeezed these into this album too. But I think I'm gonna put out a shorter project. You know, I'm old school. Like I was like, I don't want to put out a project unless it has over 15 songs. I remember when I was a kid, you go buy a CD, it's 15, 20 songs. I'm like, why are people selling albums with 6 songs? What the fuck kind of album is this? I get it though. I know I look young. I'm an OG though. I need to get with the times and just do shorter albums. You know, people have shorter attention spans. Sometimes they don't even take the time to listen to the whole album if it's too much. So I think with this next project, I'm gonna put out a smaller project and I'm gonna put them out faster instead of putting out more songs on one. But the next one's already in the works and it's a lot more singing.
For sure. Now, like I said, thank you for just being the fearless trailblazer that you are,
Thank
and
you.
not giving up on the music, even though when times got hard,
Yeah.
you made sure you know your pen was on point. Now, I want to ask you. I know a lot of females like yourself are on the come up that want to go break into the music, want to begin follow in your footsteps as an artist. So, what would be something that you would advise them that you learned throughout this journey?
Well, if they're younger, I would let them know now. Sexism is real. You got to pay attention to it and not let it get to you because people will try to put like even like you said, want you to be sexy or this and that. I mean, if you want to be sexy, but if you don't have to be. I want young girls coming up to know, like, just stay true to who you are and don't ever feel like you have to sleep with nobody for nothing. It's probably going to be a lot harder and a longer journey. You'll probably be pursuing a rap career for 15 years like myself. But it's worth it in the end because I know when I finally get my moment, I'm gonna be like, I didn't compromise my morals and beliefs to get here, and it's such a better feeling that way, and I want young girls to know that, like, that there's other things too. You don't have to only be the sexy superstar. Like, there's so many other things, and I wish I could go back and maybe have invested more of my money into real estate or this or that. If you are trying to come up as an artist, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Save up, have a backup plan, because you know look at I'm a perfect example. It's been 15 years. I still haven't had my first hit single. I've had success in other areas, but that's because I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. You feel me?
Was that something that hindered you? Was chasing that hit?
Yeah, I mean, it still hinders me. I feel like, nobody ever knows when it's gonna be a hit. I'll make songs and I'm like, this is gonna be the one, this is gonna be the one. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't had it yet. I think I've made a lot of great songs, and I feel like sometimes there's artists who make only one great song and it becomes the hit, but their other songs might not even be that good. It's just everybody's path is different, everybody's timing's different, and I know my hit's coming. I'm just waiting for that moment.
For sure, for sure. Well, I'm sure it's not too long. It's not too long from now. Definitely. If you guys don't know, man, make sure you check out Chanel West Coast's new project, latest project, I could say, American Sweetheart. It has some bangers on it like Bonkers, featuring Drizzy. You got Pull Up featuring Too Short. You got Eazy. You got Eazy that you have a new video out for right now that everybody should go check out after this. But like I said, American Sweetheart is out right now. Chanel West Coast, thank you once again for being a guest. We appreciate you. Thank you for being just the fearless person that you are and not letting anybody stop you and being a role model to this culture of hip hop. It's not just a Black culture, it's a universal culture.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for your contribution to it. And we look forward to seeing you
Thank
do
you for
more.
having me.
We look forward to seeing you do more of this culture, are dropping music for this culture. So, and
Thank you so much.
We definitely can't wait for you and Justina and Tay Money and Mariah Lynn, anybody else that, you know, just posse cut that you guys hopefully have in the works one day. So
yeah, no, I'm you know what, I'm gonna DM all these girls today and be like, let's get this, let's go.
so, definitely, definitely.
And
Like,
hopefully we can meet in person soon too. I feel like I've like seen so many people on Zoom this year, and I'm like,
right, yeah.
oh, like hopefully we get to like give each other dap, give each other hugs soon.
Sure, for sure. Well, like I said, man, it's Chanel West Coast in the building. I want to thank you for being a part of it. This is 50. Boom, we out here. Peace.
All right, bye. Talk to you soon.
All right.